ML Sports Take here, brought to you by our great friends at Elevate Fitness of Syracuse, Brewerton Ace Hardware, and Rosie's Corner. You know, I was so impressed this year with the Buffalo Bills offensive line. I thought it was actually the best unit on the team from start to finish. And that's with all the corona problems, with all the injuries. Guys shuffled all over the place back and forth. I know Spencer Brown obviously had a rough go of it when he had to kind of switch to the other side and all the rest, or at least to right guard. And a little bit of left tackle was kind of in the beginning of the year. We didn't know what Dion Dawkins was going to be able to bring to the table. He got corona, et cetera, et cetera. But boy, did they play well, man. When all of them became a unit officially late in the year, that had a lot to do with Devin Singletary running. Obviously, it's 50-50. Devin Singletary has to hit the holes. He has to do his part, but he also needs the holes, right? I mean, if there's nothing there, he's going to run into a wall. I just thought, and then the pass blocking was amazing. I mean, for 4 straight games, Josh Allen didn't get sacked. And they were great in the postseason as well in that New England game. So, look, this unit, bringing it right back next year. I thought Mitch Morse this year was the most impressive, arguably, offensive lineman in the NFL, considering just recently with all of his concussion problems, the injury going back to last year as well with concussion. This guy was unreal. He was actually a downfield blocker. He's protecting the passer. He's snapping the ball. He's doing all these different things. He's anchoring the offensive line. Even when the Bills' ground game was stuffed from McDermott down the throat of Brian Daboll, Mitch Morse was still pretty good. He was actually doing his thing, blocking and all the rest, but the Bills didn't have a cohesive offensive line to push down the field, and Devin Singletary wasn't Devin Singletary yet. When you look at Dion Dawkins on the left side, he's a staple franchise offensive tackle. You look at the left guard spot, Ryan Bates is excelling right now. He is accelerating, and his ceiling is super high. Mitch Morse just talked about him. Darrell Williams, a little bit of a slow start. He got paid from last year, part of bringing the band back together. He ends up getting healthy and improving. Voila, he has a great end of the season. And Spencer Brown, the rookie on the right tackle side, holy smokes. I mean, the Bills might have 2 bookend tackles for the next 5 to 7 years, which bodes well for number 17, Josh Allen, in terms of his protection. Obviously now the Bills with Ken Dorsey getting promoted as offensive coordinator, and of course Joe Brady with his track record winning a national championship at LSU. He's been around the league. He worked with Cam Newton in Carolina during the MVP season, and just came off the offensive coordinator spot where he was fired by Matt Rule in Carolina. This is still a tremendous coach. Brady and Dorsey both looking probably to get head coaching jobs one day in the NFL. Well, guess what? They just improved their chances 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 years down the line, because they're going to go ahead into the Buffalo Bills offensive system at bigger roles. Dorsey is now the OC, takes over for Brian Daboll. Joe Brady, he gets back in the game, and he does it with a team that is flying all over the field, throwing the football, and one of the most talented quarterbacks we've seen in a long time in Josh Allen, and certainly with his work ethic and all the rest, throwing it and running it, he's going to have a field day. I mean, Joe Brady and Ken Dorsey's already been there. Obviously, he's super intense, super confident. He really has helped Josh Allen a lot, too. This is a really, really interesting group, and I'm loving that they kept it within the system and within the walls in terms of promoting Ken Dorsey, and the Joe Brady hire is terrific. Well, guess what they've got? They've got that offensive line. I think that's the biggest thing going for the Bills offense going into 2022 is all of those guys. And obviously the future is kind of uncertain with John Feliciano. You got Ike Bucker coming off the injury from this year. Depth pieces galore. Cody Ford, what's up with him? But those 5 guys, and again, you need some depth there because people are going to get hurt. But that offensive line, I thought, was the best unit in the for the Buffalo Bills, and one of the best offensive lines in football down the stretch in the NFL as well. ML Sports Take here, brought to you by Stanley Law Offices, Welch and Company Jewelers, and our great friends at the Vince Aguirre Consulting Group. Log on to vcgtransforms.com today. Become a better leader personally and professionally. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.